Before this advent of Western culture, Babalawo is midwife. They are the pharmacy as well as doctor. That's why you see men that are Shango, they plait their hair to protect the ashe on their head. But when they die, they have to remove that ashe from their head. There's a lot of things that the children missing nowadays because Western education.
Welcome to Inside the Oracle. My name is Chief Alaje. Today, we are opening the sacred archives to bring you a rare and an extraordinary conversation with one of the most respected living treasures of our time. Our guest is not just a spiritual giant, he is a cultural icon. He holds the revered title of Araba of Osogbo, the highest ranking chief priest in the spiritual capital of Osogbo, Nigeria. But his legacy does not stop there. He is an internationally acclaimed author, a master storyteller, a poet, an actor, a singer, a film and music producer, as well as a visionary director. His works bridge continents, generations, and traditions, keeping the sacred flame of Ifa and Orisa alive. His books are considered the foundational text in African spirituality and in cultural preservation when it comes to Ifa and Orisha. It is an absolute honor to welcome to the show today one of my mentors, teachers, fathers, and an all-around inspiration. Welcome, Chief Ifayemi Elebuibon, the Araba of Osogbo. In your thought, what is important about your own traditional culture?
Well, every race, every nation, God give them their culture, their religion. We Africa, we need to take our own religion and culture seriously, because a nation that does not practice our own culture, they will have to practice another man's culture. If you did not practice your own, take for example, we need to take our own language seriously, our custom, our food, our dress, everything like that. So if we don't take it seriously, the language will lost, and we will lose identification, because it is our culture that will give us the identity that is this nation or this tribe. So our culture has a dignity. It teaches us moral. It teaches us to be humble. So we cannot emulate the other nation or culture that has no respect. And this is going to give us bad identity. As African, we need to take this serious, otherwise it's not going to work out.
Baba, from when you were growing up, what are some things that you used to experience culturally and used to see that you feel that it's important for people to hold on to and to maintain?
There's a lot of things that I grew up to know that we miss them nowadays. Take for example, when I was young, there used to be every year the Ogun come to our compound. I came from a big, a large royal compound that every year we have a space grant called Ode. I used to follow my father to watch the entertainer displaying acrobatics, sing a song in ancestral lineage, Orike, is no longer in practice today. So also traditional marriage. I keep saying it, tell our people, the traditional marriage they were having today is different from what we grow up to know. In olden days, especially, let's take for example my own compound where I came from. The wedding ceremony, we have Ogun shrine, and 3 days when a new bride come to the house, the senior wife and the other, they will lead a newly bride to Ogun. They call it introduction. There's a pot, a sacred pot behind Ogun shrine. They used to clean it every day and pour water there. They will ask the newly bride to touch her head, to knock Ogun 3 times. They say it's forbidden for you to divorce. A dog that knocks its head with Ogun can never be escaped. So you marry us, you don't divorce. And there's an oath. They will split the kola, they make the prayer for the wife and cut a bit of the kola, give it to her, say that you must not kill your husband. Don't do a bad medicine against your co-wife. Whatever power you possess, you must not use it against your husband, wife, and the children. And the needy wife will have to join and eat this and drink water. They will have to spread mat in front of Ogun shrine. All the senior wife will sing a song for her, about 7 or 9 songs. Ìyàwó Ògún òfìtá sọ dára, lẹ́lẹ́ ló ń fẹ́, ọ̀nà lẹ́wà tẹ́lẹ̀ kó tó lọ́kọ. One after the other, one after the Ogun's wife does not use fabric to become a beautiful. She already a beautiful girl before we marry her, and so on like that. The newly wife does not go to her room immediately. There's a room close to the shrine at the temple where she's going to stay for 3 days before she moves to her own permanent room. This is where her husband is going to join her. And the friend of bride, they will come to visit her every day, sing a song. The last day, they will go to the compound issue where they used to broke the pot of the shekete. They call it Oti Fifo. Oti is a coin beer shekete. This bride friend, they call them Egbe, the Egbe society. They come to separate her because she's now married. They are young, they are unmarried, they are no longer in the same category. They sing a song for her, they broke the. So I miss that. And the important one that I think we need to take seriously is that naturally, the African people, they are polygamous. That ceremony used to function. Then when you marry 2, 3 wives, they must not fight themselves. They must not use bad charms to attack their co-wife or your husband. Nowadays, you see one man, one wife. You see the trouble they encounter. So that make it easy for them to have 2 wives, 3 wives. They might be argued, there might be dispute, but not to extent that you have to use bad medicine or harm. We miss that. I think that is important. All the traditional wedding ceremony that we say we are having, it excludes all that. That is why a lot of men run into problems, even with one wife. One wife will frustrate her husband nowadays. They don't give their husband peace of mind. So I think that's what allow our forefather to have 10 wives, 6 wives with no problem. So those are the things that I think I miss, that if we can continue with that, it will give us peace of mind.
And what did people used to do with their children culturally that they don't do any longer?
There's a lot of things that the children missing nowadays because Western education. We want our children to have Western education as well as our own. But the Western education take a lot from our children. Even the parents, they don't have time to teach their children the history background of the family. Listening to the elder when they were making judgment, when they were settling the dispute, listening to them. And if you read my autobiography, I have a section that in our farm, we used to have a farm. There's one man, he's an Ijala Ogun, that I used to enjoy him. Some, in the evening, you can sit in front of the Unity, Ahiri, either listening to the folk tales, the history, we call it Alo in those days. Beside the folk tales, this man, his name is Oshun, he will sing and Ijala, he will sing until everybody go inside and sleep. I used to enjoy him. He sing a song, he prays Ogun, he pray. So everybody will be quiet when he sing something like that. So it's no longer in function. Children has no time to, because everything are in hurry. Even there are some parents too who does not find time to teach their children. In the morning, when the children wake up, tell them to prostrate, dobale, and recite the oriki of your ancestral lineage, Ukarimu, Akanwo Ogun, the offspring of this, offspring of that. It makes children, when they, wherever they go, either they school or whatever, when they come back again, they make dobale. You still sing the song of them. Thank you, welcome. A lot of people don't have time to do that anymore. Also, the ancestral lineage oriki, where your ancestral lineage came from. This oriki is very important. It used to tell you what is your ancestral lineage have been performed. And when you transmit it to your children, it gives them a joy. When we were young, if a children used to cry a lot, a mother has to learn the oriki of the family, and the children will be calm and sleep, put to sleep, instead of making noise or use any other thing. It is oriki of that, unless the child is from another family. If it is a true son of that family lineage, she will just be calm and sleep. So all that is no longer. Only a few places you can find, even in Africa and Nigeria. I emphasize on that. If you see my children, wherever they go, they come to temple, put their head down, prostrate. Before they go out and when they come back, it is my house, it's still comfortable. But not all of us people doing that. So that's one of the things that is missing.
Mm-hmm. And what of Babalawo and Orisa? How have their role changed from when you were growing up to the way their role is in society today?
The religion and culture are interwoven, is work together. Nowadays, some people say they love the culture, they don't love the religion. How do you say you want to marry a woman? You love her from head to the stomach, and here you don't like it. You can't separate culture from the religion. The way we dress, if you take a look into other nations, when you take a look into India, you see how they used to dress. Look at the Arabic people. That is how they used to dress. The Europeans used to dress because they have cold weather. That's where they wear the coat, put on a tie. In Africa, if you want to dress like that in a warm, hot weather, you put yourself in trouble. You will not be comfortable. That is why we say that any other culture, if you have your own is better. It gives you comfortable than any other one. So you cannot, the Orisha and the Babalawo, there's no problem. They work hand in hand. In the beginning, the Orisha, they know they are limited. Babalawo is the supreme. Babalawo knows everything. It is Ifa that teach Orisha how to take care of them, how to worship them properly. If anything is wrong in a temple of Orisha, it is Ifa they will divine. Even though to some other of Orisha, they have a way of divination to, like a cowrie shell, Agbigba, but Ifa is the most important and most accurate out of them. We used to have some people look at pan, some read the water, the gaze, the chant, the Agbigba, but Ifa is the most supreme. That is why they give respect to Babalawo. It is.
And everyone knows that people go to Babalawo for spiritual readings, but before, people would go to Babalawo for more things than just spiritual readings. Could you speak on other things like childbirth and other things that the Babalawo would support?
Before this advent of Western culture, Babalawo is midwife. They are the pharmacy as well as doctor. When I was young, there's no clinic, there's no hospital. I used to follow my father to different occasions to deliver a baby. When somebody faint, and my father used to bring back a lot of people that some people die in the morning. Before we get there, might be 3 hours after that, and they will put incantation, bring, unless it is time for the person to go. I witnessed one occasion. I put that in my autobiography. There's a woman who used to sell cola nuts. It's one of the Oluode's wife, head of hunter in our compound. I think her husband had passed. So we were not at home. My father went to inspect his farm, and they sent message that Iya Olobi had died. So we had to rush back home. So my father tell everybody to leave the room. Go. And it remained me and just two of us. Then he started to recite incantation at bare foot, and at the center of her head. Then the woman was crawling and sweat, and opened her eyes. And she said, Akinide, please let me go. Akinide, please let me go. My father said, is your time up? She said, yes, let me go. I want to rest. So my father said, okay. Then my father called the first son. say, go and buy the clothes. Your mother is ready to go. So I have that story in my book, Yaolubi, Rice and Dates. So that I witnessed a lot of incidents like that. Babalawo, before somebody can claim you are professional Babalawo, you must be able to do that kind of thing. How many baby you help to come to the world? How many people that have died and you bring them back? How many ill lucky that you are turned to become a good lucky? That is what pronounce people in Babalawo. It's not that years of being practiced. Say, I've been involved in the religion 40 years. But effectiveness of the work, that is most important.
And the training, how has the training changed? How they train Babalawo or
The
Orisha?
training has changed now because Babalawo, they stored full time in those days. No distraction. You have to live with your master. Every five days, you take Ifa. You have to repeat what you learn. After you master it, they give you another to learn. That means if you continue to study Ifa 5 days, it takes 3 years to complete 256 Odu. If you took two verses, then later you have to add more. Maybe four verses on the second. That one take another 3 years. Make 6 years. Though the next year, you have to start to know different kind of Ifa medicine that solve different problems. Accompany with the Ebo Liru. The Ebo Liru, some people, you don't need to set aside time to know how to perform Ebo. When you listen to your master, you study it in heart. So by the time you complete the second phase, they will ask you, put you to a test. Come and make this Ebo. Your performance will enhance you promotion. So you don't need to worry to know any other thing. You go to the forest. They have to teach you different names of herb, leaf, back of a tree root. That one takes another 3 years too, because different herb are in the rainy forest. Different herb are in savannah. What you find in savannah, you're not going to find it in the rainy forest. And you need to identify all this before you start to practice. That's why it takes long time. But nowadays, children go to school. And if you don't compulsory it for them, they don't want to stay home. They will prefer to go to play the ball. They even tell you, saying their teacher give them assignment. You have to go sneak out, go to this. That one prevent our young Babalawo today to learning the way we used to be with our parents in those days. But notwithstanding, we still have a very good among them, especially in a place where you used to have a lot of work. So if you have a lot of clients, your children cannot escape because they know they must be around to assist. That help them. But in a place where they don't have much to do, the clients don't come, that's going to make the children suffer the knowledge.
And what about how the culture's changed for the funeral and when people pass away from how it was before to now?
That's one is also another problem now because there's a lot of changes in that. There's a lot of, they want to do like a Christian. taking the body to the mortuary, bring the body to the house and do the service, sing a song, a sermon, then they bury the body. Then later they will have to do all the rituals. In some places, they may not even take, because if the children are not at home, one came from Lagos, the other one came from London, they are in a hurry to go back. That may not give chance to do all the procedure of the funeral rites. But in the beginning, we don't used to have a long-term plan, because the people already every day, they used to plan for this. When you are aged, it's better to educate your family and your children. This is what you need to do. When I was with my father, there's a money that my father set aside for his burial that nobody know where he kept it. My father refused to take many titles because he do not want to put the children in a trouble. Because in those days, money is scarce. There's a lot of food, surplus food. People don't have to spend much for the food, everything, live comfortably. And people are not materialistic in those days. So food is surplus, but money is scarce to have. In about the way people used to spend the money now, it's not like that. But everything is okay. So the traditional aspect of it is missing now. So the day we do the the beginning of rite has to be wash the body. If the person has, those who are Shango, Obatala, there's a way to remove the ashe at the head of them. That is why anybody that has Obatala on their head, they must not shave, male or female, until they pass out. They must not shave. That is why you see men that are Shango, they plait their hair to protect the ashe on their head. But when they die, they have to remove that ashe from their head.
Thanks for joining us today. Please continue to support the channel by watching other videos, subscribe, and we will see you next week for more powerful conversations. May the ancestors continue to bless you, support you, and uplift you in all that you do. Ashe.